Miss Met though, but she'll show up pretty soon. So, how the open office goes, as always, stay in the main room for math. Otherwise, join the breakout rooms. You have ELA, science, and Texas history. You can join the room you want. You don't need permission from me. This is open office. It is flexible. You can hop from room to room and go where you should go. Right? And Heaven says, Heaven. Okay, those who join open office.
I'm going to Miss Smith's class.
Perfect, Asia. Heaven. I'm going to start with quiz 3.10 today. And I'm going to do quiz 3.10 also tomorrow. But if you will have time, we will embed in 3.04, Heaven. The thing is, we went over 3.04 last week, over 2 days. There's a group of 60 to 70 people who attended, Heaven. They don't want to revisit the same quiz over. But I will share with you recordings from 3.04, right? From these sessions. And you can consult those. If you still have questions, Heaven, come back with that specific question, Miss Syed. Help me with that question 3. I did not still understand from your recording, right, Heaven? And we will work it out together. But I'm very glad you're joining. Open up quiz 3.10 and complete that one along with us because it is going to be due by Friday. Get 3.10 done. Everybody open up your quizzes, see which question you see on your screen, and we work it out together and help one another out. This is quiz 3.10 if you are here. If you are also going to solve a Nearpod, here is the link to the Nearpod. Question 1 was 3.10% increase or decrease. This is first variety and I have 3 varieties for each. If this is not your question, wait for your question. The number of cars at a dealership dropped from $64 to $48 after a weekend sale. Right? The number of cars dropped from 64 to 48 after a weekend sale. You want to find the percent of decrease. Right? You want to find the percent of decrease. Let's go ahead, get started. We set up the proportion. Right? To find the percent. Step 1, we want to identify the original price. The original price is the price before. Oh, Lily, Miss Syed doesn't know. Question 4, Lily, I don't know. If you'll go to the self-paced Nearpod, Lily, it will tell you the answers. And that self-paced Nearpod is in your plan for live math class. Okay, Lily, check your answer from there. I might not know. I forgot. I know that's too bad, but that happened to me. I was in a rush to open the open office and stuff. So the number of cars at a dealership dropped from 64 to 48. Step 1, the original number of cars. How much is the original number of cars? Was 64. 64. Original always goes over here, right? Then we want to find how much is the decrease. Can you guys calculate how much is the decrease from 64 to 48? By subtracting. Go ahead, subtract and tell me how much was the decrease. I am waiting. Oh, wait, students. I have a little bit of a thing going on here. I did not share with you the right screen. I am actually also writing as I am speaking, but I'm not sharing the right screen. So much going on. Mia, thank you. I realized as I looked at the screen, like, screen looks blank. What is going on? Here you are. So this is how you set up for a percent question, right? The first part of the fraction. The original price goes here in the denominator, and the original price is 64 before the change happened, right? You also want to find how much the price dropped from 64 to 48. How much did the price drop? Go ahead, calculate and let me know. You do 64 minus 48 and you get 16. The price dropped by $16. Very good, Jocelyn. Korea. Then you want to change it to a percent. What I did, as so many of you also suggest, is first simplify this first fraction. And I actually used some big numbers to simplify. I simplified by 16. I simplified by 16. Go ahead, see what do you get when you simplify it by 16. Everybody get started. Kayla got 1 over 4. Kayla, very good. You're practicing the proportional thinking way this way. Okay, you get 1 over 4. 16 divided by 16 is 1. 64 divided by 16 is 4. Then you can change it to a percent. From 4 to 100 is how many times? 25 times, right? 25 4 times is 100. Everybody agree so far? Same we should do in the numerator. And you get the percent. 25%. So the answer to this question will be 25%. The number of cars decreased by 25%. This is how you should answer. Questions, concerns, let us know before we move on. Someone was trying to hop on the mic? Silas, I'm very happy to see you join. Make sure you open up quiz 3.10 and also work with us. If there are questions, feel free to let us know. Let's go ahead and move on. Now this is question 1, second variety. That means if your question 1 didn't match mine with cars, look at this one if this is your question 1. The number of traffic violations in a city increased from 12 to 16 in a month. So we want to first set it up as a proportion, right? You will set up the first fraction part on your own, see what do you get. And then this one is standard. It should have 100 in the denominator because you're trying to make it into a percent. And a question mark over here. The question is asking what is the percent of increase. Here in the first fraction's denominator, you will put your original. The original is 12, the starting number. The starting number is 12. At the top, you will put the change. You want to find percent of increase? Find how much is the increase from 12 to 16. How much is the increase? Kayla, excellent. The increase is a 4. Can we simplify this first fraction? Yes, we can simplify by 4. Very good. Let's do simplification by 4. And 4 divided by 4 gives you 1. 12 divided by 4 gives you a 3. And then something over 100. If you want to find it this way, you can definitely do it this way. 1/3, yeah. Jocelyn, excellent. A lot of you have a good sense that 1/3, how much is 1/3 as a decimal? A lot of you have a good sense of 1/3 as a decimal because it has to do with threes and it has to do with ongoing threes, 0.3333 ongoing, right? And once you know the decimal value, you can actually change it to a percent value without doing this calculation, right? So how much is 0.333 as an ongoing means put a bar on top of it. So how much is that as a percent? It is going to be 33 point ongoing threes percent. right? 33.333 ongoing percent. Yes. Mia says, yeah, you can say, or Miss Syed, just say approximately, you can say 33%. Approximately, right? The answer could be 33%. Okay. Questions? Let's look at the third variety of question 1. Third variety of question 1. The price of a suit decreased from $280 to $182 during a clearance sale. What is the percent of decrease in price? We will go ahead and set up the first proportion we want to find from the question, then try to convert that to a percent. So start from what is the original? The original is what before the discount happened, right? The starting price. So the starting price of the suit is going to be $280. And in the numerator, you will put the price change. How much did the price decrease? And you can calculate the price that decreased by subtracting 280 minus 182 minus, right? Let's see. Kayla, very good. Kayla says this is a 98 over 280. Excellent, Kayla. Let me see. Haley, thank you for letting me know, dear. Actually, the slide that I'm sharing, Haley, doesn't let me see if this how you're going to be doing in Nearpod. You know, I started writing on the wrong slides, so I just continue writing on that one. That prevents me from, if I'm going to go back to your views, I'm going to be sharing what the students are also doing. So I'm going to stay with my screen. So anything you share in the chat, Haley, this is what I'm going to access at the time. 98 over 280 are not two really good compatible numbers. So you can see how many times you can get into 200 or divide and stuff for most students. So we will choose to simplify it. Tell me a number that I can simplify 98 and 280 both by. I see that numbers are even. And all even numbers can be divided by 2. Right? Yes, this is where I started. I did the even numbers. So I know half of 98, 49, and then half of 280, 140. Now, when it came to this point, I could clearly see some bigger multiples that I could use to simplify the fraction. Can you see a bigger multiple you can simplify the fraction by? See, 49 is a very typical number. It is like a perfect square for 7. Joycelyn, yes. Like a perfect square for 7. Like 7 by 7. So I know I'm going to divide by 7. 14 is also divisible by 7. So it's 140. So divide by 7. Now let's see how the fraction looks like. 49 divided by 7 is 7. 140. 14 divided by 7 is 2. So it's going to be 20. Now I'm going to use this fraction to convert it to a percent. And this will be much easier. So I have 7 over 20 equals x over 100, or a missing percent value over 100. Now think of from 20 to 100. From this 20 to 100. How many times did you have to do 20 to get to 100? 5 times. Very good. It was 5 times. So same, you should do 7 5 times. And that gives you the percent value. 7 5 times gives you 35. So the answer is going to be 35%. And in this question, there is a decrease. So I can say it is a 35% decrease. There's a decrease of 35%. Any questions before we move on? Let's look at question 2. Question 2, first variety. Shalika bought a purse for $120. The tax is 9%. What is the total amount Shalika paid? Let's see how you will do this. Okay, well, first of all, I want you guys to use the chat. Let's do a little waterfall of numbers. Change 9% to a decimal. Everybody in the class should know how much is 9% in decimals. Waterfall, 9% to a decimal. Very good. Waterfall is not this one. We got to help each other to create a waterfall. Mia, 90%. This is 90. Kayla, this is 90%. Oh yeah, good. We want 9% as decimal. And 9% as a decimal is going to be 0.09. 9%. Good. So they're saying, and in the previous, last week, maybe we were looking at sales tax, right? How do we find tax? And in this case, tax is 9%. So we will take the price and multiply by the 9%. The price is 120 and multiply by 9%. And 9% is 0.09. Tells you how much tax you pay on $120. Everybody do the calculation. Find how much tax we will pay. 9% of 120 is 0.09 times 120. Do calculations, put 2 decimals, and give me the answer. $10.80? Okay. Does everybody... And remember, when it is money, do not tell me 10.8. In money, give me 2 decimals. In the quiz, always put 2 decimals. The quiz might not accept 1 decimal answers because they talk about money. Very good. Then the price after tax will be, calculate the price after tax. The price is 120.00. The tax is $10.80. So how much is the price? Ricardo, $10.80. Redo it. You'll see you get $10.80. And add them up. How much is the total you guys get? Very good, Joycelyn. That's what I also got. I got $130.80. This is how you can do a text problem. Any questions? We'll go ahead and move on to the next one. Okay, again, this is question 2 and this is quiz 3.10. Shay, thank you for letting me know when I received your message. Mia bought a television for $330. The tax rate is 8%. What is the total? They want total amount Mia paid for the television. Everybody, how much is 8% in decimals? Put that in the chat as a waterfall of numbers. 8% as a decimal. Very good, Storm. Very good, Joycelyn. 0.08 as a decimal. And then we can find how much the tax is. So you'll say tax. The cost of the TV is $330. The tax is 0.08. Multiply and tell me how much do you get for tax. Pooria got $26.40. Mia, very good. What about others? How much did you guys get? Multiply 330 times 0.08. We want to make sure we get some correct answers from you guys. Oh yeah, I also appreciate one thing. This time you told me money in 2 decimal places and you did the right thing. Very good, Mia. Then we can find price after tax. So the price is $330.00. When adding, we need to add some decimals and line up decimals. Then we add $26.40. Go ahead and add and tell me how much do you get. Nyla, the sessions were recorded. See if you can go to the recording, but I also published the recordings. If you will go to the math gradebook, that will be the tutorial video 2, Nyla, from yesterday. We were doing quiz 3.07, right, Nyla? Go to the gradebook and go to tutorial video part 2 and watch the last 10 minutes. Got it, Nyla? In your math grades. Very good. I agree. 356.40. Very good, Roxy. Excellent. 356.40. That is going to be the answer. Are there any questions? Excellent, excellent. Let's go ahead, look at the next variety of question 2. This is the third variety of question 2. If so far we haven't answered your question 2, this is your question 2. Ben bought a digital camera for $90. The tax rate is 6%. Tell me 6% as a decimal. Then you will find what is the total amount Ben paid for the digital camera. Excellent. $0.06. Nyla, I'm going to go ahead and check your answer. Send me an email. We received these complaints from a few others, so I went in and I fixed it from my end. Right? Nyla? Very good.
Well, actually, I don't know if I can do that because the question changed because I went back a couple times to try and fix it, so the question kept changing. So I don't know if I can get it again anymore. So it might not be possible.
Nyla, the thing is, some of you were not entering in a zero for money questions, and the quiz wouldn't count it right. Probably that's what happened.
No,
You know?
I
That's
don't
why I
think
was
that is
mentioning
though.
that wasn't so.
No, because I was putting a zero. I mean, I still got the answer wrong, but like so did the system because it said 0.08. You said the answer was 0.75. So that it was still
0.4.
wrong.
So 3 different answers. We gotta look into
Yeah.
that. But send me an email so I can look at it. For the question number. For the question number, just send me the question number and I'm gonna look into it.
Okay.
Yes. Here we want to find tax. Tax is 6% of $90, so do 90 times 0.06. It doesn't matter which order you will write your numbers. Go ahead, calculate. How much is 6% of $90? Very good, Huria. $5.40. That is the amount of tax after multiplying. But they want you to find total amount. That means the price after the tax, the total amount. So you would do 90 plus the $5.40. Go ahead and combine and tell me how much do you get. $95.40. Yes. Very good, Joycelyn. This was question 1 and this is question 2. Any questions so far? Are we ready to move on to question 3? Very good, Mia. Mia, money 95.40. Sometimes the quiz doesn't mark it right. I've heard from you guys. It wants money in 2 decimals. Just remember that for the quiz. So here, this is question 3 and the first question. I am very hopeful if you have fully understood what we did so far, you can do question 3 really easily. Reggie left 15% tip for a meal that cost $51. You just want to find the tip. What is the amount of tip? Tip is 15%. Students, how much is 15% as a decimal? Very good. 15% as a decimal is going to be 0.15. And you want to find the amount of tip. One step. Tip is 0. Or how much is the amount? $51 times the tip, 0.15. Go to the calculation. Tell me how much did you get for tip. Very good, Mia. Do the calculation. The 15% of 51 cannot be such a big number, Huria. Even half of 50 is 25, so this is not even 50%, 15%. $7.65, says Mia. $7.65. Let me check. Is it Mia or Kayla? I'm just following that is Mia. Mia, you're right. $7.65. Oh, Huria, see? Placing the decimal can be so important. You had the right digits. Let's go move on. Same question again. See? Tip 15%. That is 0.15. And you want to find what is the amount of tip. See? Very simple. Everybody get started and find what is the amount of tip. So the bill is $39. Tip is 15%, so 0.15. And you can multiply. How much did you guys get? $5.85. Absolutely correct. Any questions, concerns? Let us know before we move on to third variety of question 3. So it seems like we might have time tomorrow for all other questions that you guys have. Haley, feel free to bring questions. Nyla, seems tomorrow we will have time to answer your questions. But also send me email for your questions and we will look at it. Right? Here, very similar question. They want to ask me for tip. Tip is 15%. Bill is $44. So you can do 0.15. We're all back in the main room. Teachers, did you guys need additional time?
Nope, I'm good.
We're all good.
I'm used well.
Perfect, perfect. Did you guys get $6.60? Did you guys get $6.60? Teachers, you are good to go. Those of you who are solving the tip question along with me, I am wondering. Okay, that marks the end of our session. Huria verifies, yes. And we'll see one another tomorrow. Thank you so much for joining.